Let's talk about the platform settings now. So if I go to my device and if I say that platform setting, now if you see that since until now, what I was doing is that I am taking this console every time I want to check the commands and everything. I'm taking the console. So which is not feasible. I want the SSH to be enabled to my FTD so that I can take the SSH connection straight away and I can check the configuration within in this PC itself. Another thing is that if I want to define some custom DNS, so currently, if I'm on my FTD, if I say that ping sysable.com, it says that invalid host. So if you remember, while installing, I have given the DNS, which is the primary as well as the secondary. Still, it is not resolving. So it's only for the management. So whenever it's come to the management has nothing to do with the data traffic. So that's why we have to configure the platform settings where we define certain attributes over there. So let's see what are those. So I went to the device and click on platform settings, and you see that firepower setting policy or threat defense setting policy. Click on threat defense. So if you click on new, you go with the threat defense settings. So I will say that this is FTD platform settings, and I will select my FTD, add to that policy, click on save. And now on the left hand side, it should give me the different option what you can configure. So coming to the banner, so I don't want the login banner, or if you like, I can just type in welcome to FTD. Click on save changes. And if I go to the DNS, I will enable the DNS name resolution on the data interfaces. And I will say that I don't have currently any device group. So because I do have more than one DNS server, so I will click on add. I will say that DNS group. I will say default domain will be sysable.com and the DNS server will be 172.16.1.10, which is my internal, and the external will be 150.1.7.2. This is my ISP. So click on save. So I will select that group now, DNS group. Next, I want to enable on which interfaces. I want to enable on the DMZ. I want to enable on the inside as well as the outside. So click on save. So once I push this configuration, when I say that sysable.com, it should be able to ping. And when I say that google.com, it should be able to resolve those names. External authentication, I don't want to configure anything for now. HTTP access, it only works only for the physical device, not for the virtual device. ICMP traffic, that should keep it default. Secure shell, this is where I'm mostly interested in. I want to allow the SSH connection, so I will click on add. And I want to allow the IP address that should be once, I will say that network. So I will click on add. I will add an object. I will say that management network. And I will say that that should be 172.16.1.0/24. So basically, I'm only allowing management network to access the SSH. That's it. So I will select that management network. And it's asking me on which interface. So I will select the inside interface. So my bad. So inside zone, or you can say that gigabyte 0/0 or interface name, if you like. So interface name will be inside, or I can say that show name if. Okay, so at least says it doesn't shows me management. So let me see management 0/0. Click on add. Okay. Okay, it doesn't give me any error right now. So click on save. So I just defined that interface name. That's it. Now SMTP server, we do not require it for the FTD. We only require it with the FMC. SSL, nah, don't worry about it if you are in the virtual. So syslog server, still everything should be integrated with the FMC, not with the, what do we say, FTD. But anyhow, I will do the, I will enable the logins. Login destination, no. Email setup, I don't want that one too. And syslog settings, don't worry about it. Syslog server, right now I don't have any, so don't worry. I'm just enabling the login so that it can collect the logins. So click on save. So click on timeouts. So these are the by default, these are timeout defined for the different protocols or the different services. So if you want to edit, you can edit over there. Time synchronization. So currently it is getting from the management center. I will keep it as a default. If you want to provide a custom one, select this one and provide the custom one. Time zone. If you want to define your time zone, you can go ahead and define it. Or if you can click on add object, name, select the time zone. So my time zone. So currently my time is being synchronized with the FMC, so I will not worry about this one. And that should be good. Click on save. The only thing is that I will check with the secure shell because I have assigned the interface name management. So click on deploy and deployment. Deploy and deploy. Now, warnings, security zone interface management 0/0 defined for the policy do not match the actual interface. So that's what I have to fix again. So let's go back to the platform setting. So it is not actually taking the interface name. It is asking for the zone name. For the management, I do not have any zone over here. So I will say that inside zone. I will select the inside zone. I will click on edit. I will go back to my secure shell, click on edit, and I will delete this one and I will select the inside network. So I will take the SSH connection on the inside. Click on OK. So click on OK, save, and let's go ahead and do the deployment now. Deployment. And this time we did not got any options. Now we do have one more thing, that is the preview. So currently we are deploying, so that's why we do not have any preview. But before deploying, you can see the preview over here. What are the commands that will be sent? So let the deployment be finished and we will take an SSH connection to verify and also resolve the DNS names. Okay, so deployment is complete. So I will go back to my remote desktop manager, click on new entry. This will be the SSH, click on OK. And before that one, I will try to ping the inside network, that is 172.16.2.10. I should be able to ping. So the name will be FTD and the host will be 172.16.2.10. The port number will be the default and the username will be admin. Password will be Cisco0123. I guess so. Click on OK and open the session. Register. Yep, successfully connected. All right, so I got the SSH connection. So I will go ahead and I will close this one. Next, I will say that ping sysable.com. This time I'm able to ping, and ping google.com. This time I'm able to ping. That means my FTD is now resolving. So let's take the FMC also. Click a new entry, go to the SSH, click on OK. So I will say that this one should be FMC, that is fmc.sysable.com. And that should be admin with CIS. SIC at 123. Click on OK. Let's open the session and see we are able to get. Yep. So successfully we got the SSH connection to the FMC also. So that was the platform settings. I hope this was informative for you, and thank you.